It's Wednesday, March 8th here at the West End Gun Club. It's past, it's going on, 5:40 right now. Got here a little bit earlier. I was doing some prep, but it was pitch black when I got here. The sun is, it's beginning of daylight because you can actually see the sky is now dark gray and not black. So I can actually see the sky compared to the hillside. But sunrise is around 6:10, 6:15. I'm gonna go ahead and do some target prep so I can have everything ready to go for when the sun comes up, we can start shooting. Because today is technically a work day, so I'm not here all day. I need to get back home before work starts. Office hours are, business hours are 8 to 5. On a normal work day, I personally just start working at 7, generally 7, 7:30, because there's just a lot of stuff to take care of when it comes to security. Anyway, I'm gonna do some quick group testing with the Tikka T1x this morning. Final group testing because I'm ready. I want to publish my write-up or my article on the Tikka T1x. I've had that pretty much ready to go. I want to add a little bit more data to it before I release it to the world. And while the Tikka T1x has been out since 2019 or so, I know there's plenty of reviews out there already. I just wanted to publish my own perspective of the Tikka T1x, given that I've had some time with it now, and I can kind of give my perspective compared to what I've handled, what I've used, and kind of what I feel the Tikka T1x is best fitted for, and who should buy it, and sort of just get that out there from my perspective. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish the target prep. It's starting to get a little bit brighter out here. I can actually see stuff on the range, so hopefully we can just start shooting in a few more minutes, and then I'm not going to be out here too long so I can get home before the traffic builds up on the freeway. If you still haven't seen my review of the MUB Mod Dose, definitely check it out. This is the MUB. Hopefully it's in focus here. This is a glorified tactical table, but it is basically a mounting solution for observation or whatnot. You can put clamps, pick rails. It's got M-lock slots on it. And anyway, you can mount whatever you want on there in terms of spotting scopes, binos, laser rangefinder, etc. And as you can see here, I have a weather flow meter. This is what came with my SIG 8K, my SIG Kilo 8K. And I put it on this wind flag, or wind vane rather. It's on some kind of sleeve bearing type of system, and I put it on a cheap Amazon ball head so I can level it out with respect to the MUB. And I just it's got a 1/4" 20 rod from Ace and just tapped it so I can use it on both ends for the ball head and for the 1/4" 20 threads on the Mod Dose, or the Mod Dose. Anyway, I don't have any wind flags. Amazingly enough, I don't have wind flags for bench rest type things. A long time ago when I used to shoot on my old main range called the Inland Fishing Game, they used to have a lot of bench rest shooters there, and there were tons of wind flags that these guys would bring out to the range. I don't own any. You can get them for $50 or so, and upwards of 100, depending on the quality. But I just threw this out here as a glorified wind flag on my Really Right Stuff tripod. Usually you wouldn't want to put a tripod down range because somebody might shoot it, but as you can see here, the range is empty, of course. The rimfire range is Wednesday. No one's here, so I have no issues. We'll have no issues anyway shooting this thing. Here's a sneak peek at the target we shot today. I was using these KRG targets. They gave me a pad of these things. I think it came in my KRG Bravo 1022 chassis. So these are been sitting in a bag, and I said, hey, why not just try these out? And these are all 50 yards or 51.4 yards. This is, the first line is Tenex, second line is Eley match, third line is Eley Tenex. Tenex, this was the first group, that was the second group, I don't know what I was doing there. Then I shot Eley match, first, second, third group, then Eley Tenex, first and second group, and then I went back to Tenex to shoot this group. Tenex, sorry, let me take a look at my notes here. I believe Tenex was pushing this morning in 39 degree weather, 39 degrees Fahrenheit. We are pushing about 984 feet per second here. Eley match is pushing, crap, I forgot to write it down. No, I didn't write it down. So unfortunately I had to write it down. It's a pain to go look at it on the magneto speed. I'm not a fan of the interface. But Tenex is pushing about 1058. So I think match is about close to it, about 1060 probably, 1068 if I recall. So it looks like it's like an Eley match, although there's a flyer here, and this is a nice group. It's at this flyer. Then this is a nice group. I shot this third group, which is kind of opened up, but it is what it is. 10X, not all that great. If you look, my aiming points here, both Eley Tenex and Eley match had a flyer high left. So I don't remember that wasn't the first. I think that wasn't the first shot. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on there as far as that flyer. Could be me. And then, you know, the groups for second group for both Eley match and Tenex are not bad. I think from what the early indications I'm seeing is that he definitely prefers faster ammo. Tenex 984 feet per second. I don't know why it's shooting this slow in the T1X, but it is. Although it is shooting pretty decently, but I think we're gonna have to run faster ammo. Like Eley Club is pushing above 1050 and same as CCI standard velocity, which is a little bit better in terms of groups. Anyway, that's the data that I need to collect for this morning. It's a couple minutes past 7, already packed up, need to get out of here and get home so I can start working since I work remotely. My first meeting isn't until 9, but I mean, you know, you should be ready to go at 8. And as far as my my drive, it usually only takes 40 minutes or so, but you know, with morning traffic, people trying to get to work, could take me an hour or so. And I think I've stated this before, I'm in information security or IT security. I do operational type duties, so incident response. And a lot of people have asked me how to get into cybersecurity or information security. And to be honest, information security isn't that hard. I didn't go to school for information security. I went to school for computer science, got my degree in computer science. And that's all, you know, all theoretical, right? And, you know, you learn concepts, right? But it's all, you know, we're learning the fundamentals of like algorithms, theory, automata, data structures, you know, etc. And then you take a course in security, but it's all conceptual, right? You know, encryption methodologies, you know, ciphers, etc. But when it comes to actual practical IT security, you know, that's all experience. And you know, I grew up in, you know, when I got into the field of IT, you know, I was a glorified, you know, you can call me desktop support at a certain point, but you know, I desktop support, you know, systems administrator, that type of role. And if you're in doing that type of thing, you have to be security conscious. You gain that security experience doing those other IT roles. So a lot of people want to get into information security directly, like straight up just, okay, I'm fresh out of school or whatever, or I'm transitioning from another field completely outside of IT and I want to go information security. Isn't really the way to go. I think you really need to cut your teeth in other areas of IT before you go information security. That's just my opinion, because it's very hard to get an entry-level job in information security. Maybe, I know people have done it, but at the same time, I feel that that's not the best option for a lot of people, for most people in my opinion. I mean, if you're a systems administrator, you're into like DevOps, development operations, you learn all those types of things and you're doing all that work there and you're getting experience, because in all those other areas, you're implementing security controls. And so once you understand that kind of methodology in your area, you know, you can go into security, you know, specific roles, and whether it's operations, whether it's risk, you know, red teaming, blue teaming, etc. You can get into those types of things once you get some experience implementing security in other IT roles. That's just my opinion. If you ever have if you have questions about getting into information security, even for like yourself or maybe your kids or family members, let me know and reach out to me and I can answer your questions. But you know, I was just fortunate to get in this field because, like I said, I didn't get into a security role straight out of college. You know, in the early 2000s, that really wasn't too much of a thing. I know a lot of people wanted to do security, but you know, it was more at that time is either your systems administrator or a programmer. That's kind of like where you pigeonholed, or you can go to networking, you know, network operations, network engineering, which is another good role if you want to get into security, because network engineering, you know, that's security on networks is one of those critical things, you know, fundamental for IT security. So if you want to get into network engineering, that's another place to go to, as far as starting off into the IT field if you want to eventually get into security. Anyway, that's enough talk. Spent like 4 minutes talking about that. Gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thanks for watching. This is March 8th, Wednesday, here at the West End Gun Club. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vlog.